Hello out there! In this video I will present to you the project Appreciate Culture. This project was created to help travelers who want to understand the people of their destination better and treat them with respect. It often happens that problems arise between travelers and locals because of misunderstandings. The app Appreciate Culture tries to prevent those misunderstandings with information about the country. And it's not just do's and don'ts, but gives you the reason why it's like that or not. Especially female travelers have to be informed about foreign cultures, because they are more often confronted with special challenges. The initial information about each country was provided by ourselves. We researched on the web and in books, and we asked experts. Another source were the people who answered our online surveys with their experiences in foreign countries. And in the app, we implemented a link to our Facebook page where everyone can share their experiences. The users can also send us an email directly from the application. To implement our application, we use the platform converter Accelerator Titanium. This is what Titanium Studio looks like, our development environment. At the left side, you see the system architecture. At the top there you have Android and a file directory images. It stores all the different start screens for the different screen sizes because they have to be stored there. And it's always called default PNG. And also the app icon have to be stored there. Then we have directory countries, where all the informations about the countries are stored in an XML, and also a countries XML, where all the countries worldwide are stored in English. We also have a directory fonts, because we have our own font included. Then here we have the directory icons. These are all the images we used for the application, and a folder UI. And here are all the Vue.js files we coded ourselves. We used the Android SDK, which we needed for our Android application, and we coded everything in JavaScript. We didn't use any external libraries and only included a few common JS techniques, which allowed us to outsource a few functions to reduce redundancies. And also important is the app.js, which gets at the start. This app.js will get loaded at first, but here we have a look at it. It's only to load the countries JS, so it only creates a window and a countries JS, and you don't have to mind the tab. It's only a workaround, and you have to open the window at the end. So the countries JS looks like this. At the top, you will have to get the file countries XML, which I showed to you before, where all the countries worldwide are saved there. And we search for the tag name country, because every tag is called country. And then at the beginning, we search for in the countries, we search for their names, and if there exists an XML with a country's name, then it will create a row, a table view row for it. Like we have Brazil, India, and Thailand. So it will find the Brazil XML, but won't find the Austria XML. Then we have the different rows which get included into a table. And this table looks like this. Those are the three files we have here. And here we have the event listener, which opens the categories JS for every country. which is also important that we save the row we clicked so that the other windows will know which country we chose. The categories just look like this. We create a scroll view and 5 buttons, which all have an event listener, which then guides to the detailed Vue.js. And we also, this time we have to save the country's name again. So every window will still know which country we chose, and also this time we have to save the category, so we will know which category we choose. And this is what the categories view looks like. At the top you see the country you chose, and here is the as a woman category, which we talked about before, which is important for female travelers. And there's not much information included, but in interaction there should be more. And then we'll come to the detailed Vue.js, which looks like this. On a click or a touch on a smartphone, it will show you information, and another click it will not show. So at the beginning you will have to look for the country XML again, and if maybe somewhere it's forgotten, you have a if declaration, so then you get Thailand XML. But normally you get your country XML which you chose, and then you have to look through the XML for content item. This is the Thailand XML. This is the content item with the category, with the title, and with the text. And the view. And the title and the text gets displayed in the row, and we assign it a height of 23. So when you click, when it's not clicked, it's 23. And here's the event listener, and when it gets clicked once, then the height gets to auto, which then displays everything, and when it's clicked again, it will go back to 23. So height of 23 pixels, auto, just everything. I have to click on it again, you'll get the table again. Then we have a few other things. This is the left button, which opens the menu. It's called left. And it will show you a menu. This would be side menu.js, where you create a table with different text with intern if it's inside the application, like choose country, choose category, or tell us your story, where the email application gets open. Or if it's extern, then it's linked to the browser. So you can look here also at the tell us your story button, and when it's clicked, you will get linked to your mail application, where you can tell us your story, you can tell us about your experiences, and then send it to us. But notification is more important. Right. So you can also you can go here back to categories, or you could also have gone back to the side menu, choose category or choose country. And on the right click on the flag at the top, you could also go back to to the start where you can choose between the different countries. As you can see in the background, it looks again through the countries file if the XML exists or not. Get the icons back. Yes, that would be it. In the other functions JS, we excluded a few functions, and I told you before about the comments JS techniques. That would be the function is called tell story, and at the end you have to export tell story and tell story. Maybe the details. Oops. At the end, here. First you have to require is also a common JS function or technique, and it has to be called like your file without the JS. Then you can call find navigation top, or in the other case tell us your story JS. Oh, that's about it about the application implementation. The limitations would be that I didn't show you this one. When you enter again, and I told you about the menu before that there are external links. You can here watch our videos on YouTube, but it only directs you to the browser. So one limitation would be that you can't immediately call to the YouTube application, which may be installed on the smartphone you use, or another video application. So we'll only get directed to the browser. Which another thing which is not possible in Accelerator is to include your own mail form. So you will always have to use the mail application which is installed on your smartphone. And also a search, we thought about including a search, but a search has to be linked to a table, so you can't use the search in our categories view, for example. These are accelerator limitations. And our future work would be that we have to implement the search some other way, that the different videos that exist to a fact, that they are connected directly to the fact, and that the application will be redundancy free and also bug free, because I have to admit it's not yet bug free because we didn't have time to test them on different real devices, only in the emulator. And another future work would be that the application would be available for all operating systems, and all the countries in the world are included in our application. At the end, I want to show you the closing credits. This is the Appreciate Culture team. Katarina and I were responsible for the technology, and those gals were responsible mainly for the design, both marketing and video, and those two were responsible for mainly the content, field research, and also marketing and law. Well, I hope this video helped, and maybe you will watch the second video, which will show you the demo of the Appreciate Culture app. Bye.